Hey, what's up, guys? This is Ken representing Yugi.Dek. I know it's been a while since I posted my last video. Well, one of these videos, but today I'm starting a new segment. Pretty much, I'm going to be taking some, decks of friends or fellow Yu-Gi-Oh players, and I'm going to analyze them and give them a grade, and then I'm going to show you some gameplay with some modifications of their deck that which attempt to, I guess, higher or increase the grade of the deck. So pretty much the goal for this video and other videos will be to show you my new, I guess, grading system, my scaling. It's called the Yugi.Dek grading system. From now on I'll be referring to it as Y.D.G.S in the future. Yeah, so this is my new grading system. I'm going to separate it. It's separated into five, I guess, 5 universal factors. So I'll be separating into 5 factors, and I'm going to pretty much have this use this chart as an example. So I'm going to so the first universal factor is consistency, seconds power, accessibility, draw power, and speed. And I will definitely go into detail explaining all of these for sure. Alright, let's start off with consistency. Pretty much this is kind of obvious, the ability to search. Monkey board, all that stuff, you search, whatever. And obviously going into power, pretty much the strength of the deck, the ability for it to OTK or overcome difficult boards and break boards and OTK or whatnot. I'll say hieratic. I would grade hieratic, so it's on the A for that ability, because it can go through a lot of stuff. Back row monsters is cut through like butter. And accessibility, pretty much the ability to search. I'll say the Draco Pals back then, I think I would definitely give that an A for that, because the deck literally has the ability to grab resources from anywhere. It doesn't matter what your hand is, you can always just make your hand to your ideal board, and then draw power is pretty much the ability to draw outside the draw phase. Again, Perform Pals, I'll give that around A or a B. Well, no, I'll give it an A, because that deck can draw crazy, Exodia decks. They would get A, because that's all they do. All they do is draw. And then speed is pretty much how much setup it takes. With Perform Pals, literally it's normal summon list, your setup is done. The deck's fast. It takes no setup for the deck. So yeah, this is my friend's Andrew's deck. Sorry, Andrew, you're the first victim. There's some problem with this deck, and I'll show you some gameplay with it as well. But and I'll give him the grade for this one. So as for consistency, it's okay. It's I'll give it between a B or a C. I mean, you have consistency actually helps with searching and accessibility. That kind of goes hand in hand, because you have to, if you open Raccoon and this or something, you have a play. You have a play that you can do consistently in the deck, whether it's just summoning Magic Spectre and setting a back row, or just summoning Unicorn. It's just a very consistent play. And the deck's power, okay, or you can say the ceiling, it's not that high, because I can see it have a problem. I can see it have a problem with getting over Cosmos stuff, and I can see it have a problem with certain floaters. I guess they can be kind of annoying. power wise, it has good power, but it's not. I don't know. It's kind of like loose. It's focused on synchros, which is pretty good. It's kind of hard to get those out. So for power wise, I'll give it like a C. I mean, it's a good balance. And balance is key. And then accessibility, ability to grab resources. I don't know. I've had problems drawing too much tuners or locking myself out of plays yet again. That's kind of dealing with some of the what's it called? I guess the personal factors like skill level and player preference, or like the relative player preference, like how comfortable you are with this deck. So I had to learn this deck. So it's a high learning curve to play this deck. It's not that high, honestly, but it's high enough that matters. And so accessibility, yeah. I mean, you have 3 raccoons for that. It's pretty good. I don't think it you can't really go into extra deck that reliable doesn't really search that much relevant stuff that you need on the spot in this current like form. So I would have to give it like another C. Let's see here, and then speed, pretty much setup time. This deck kind of needs setup. Sometimes it takes like 2 turns. So it's kind of not really that great. I mean, normally in this format, you at least want something that's like 1 turn setup or like no setup. But like for setup to do actual good plays, like strong, powerful plays with full potential, it's kind of low. So I'll give it another C. So overall, alright, so looking back at the chart, you see all the points, and like each category is worth like 20%. And if you do basic math, it adds up to 100 points. So this deck, so I think I gave the consistency like 8 points. So I'll bold these. And so power, I gave it, what was it, 6. Accessibility, gave it a 6. Draw power, actually it doesn't have any draw power, really. So I'll give it F on draw power. And speed's pretty low, so I'll give it a C, which is another 6 points. Alright, using my handy dandy calculator. We have 8 plus 6 plus another 6 plus 2 plus 6 equals 28. 28 points out of 50. So let's do 50 divided by 28. Whoops, sorry, 28 divided by 50. So the deck's grade is looking kind of bad. It's 56% on the scale, which is pretty, yeah, which is pretty bad. And me back on my math. Let's do this. So you just 100% to make it easy. You would just take something like 8, double it up. So it'll be 16. So you just add that all up together. So you take the 6, double up, it's 12. And then you add another 6 to that. It's another 12. And then you add a 4 to that. It's 44. And then you add another 12. $56. So currently this deck's grade is 56%, which is a failure. I mean, not to sound kind of harsh, but I did have a couple problems. And how was that? But let's get to some duels, and I'll show you the changes I did over time as well.
Beats.
Yeah, so if you could like notice some of the problems I had with the deck, my access to my resource in my extra deck was pretty low. I didn't have sufficient searches for scales. Didn't have any combat plays in case if my scales were destroyed or anything. So pretty much, I was end up like, I don't know. It was like just trying to see if I could digging through resources, but I couldn't have done it. But I went through. That's the first iteration. This is the second iteration of the deck. And I was so a lot better. So I kind of fixed some of the problems, and the problems was like I had no need for low scales. I had a lot of good searchable low scales. And so the problem was I was lacking with some high scales that was like relevant, like to utilize this guy or this guy. And I noticed that this wasn't in the deck before, and I was like, okay. But since he's playing Skyris, and he's playing like Odd Eyes stuff, figured why not play the Odd Eyes fusion? And I actually end up cutting one of these, and I had to cut this and one of these to make room for my extra deck. Never really went into this. That's the only reason why I cut it. I guess it's preference. I guess you could just interchange these two or whatnot. But I have some gameplay of this version, and I'll show you those real quick and see the comparison. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. Actually, still lacks some draw power. Is pretty low. I mean, it's not like it's necessary. It's pretty good to deck thin, dig through your deck. So I think this was like one of the main problems with this deck. And I guess the ceiling was a little bit higher. Has a little more power because of this card. But I'll show you some duels with this. Alright. See you in a little bit.
Beats. 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 Okay.
And now we have the final iteration of the deck. Um, I've decided to cut this down to two. Because the reason why is I cut down my speed roll count, and I guess to lower my chances of just drawing dead stuff. Two seems like a safe number. I just said three because this search is like anything I need, any single play I need. For now, I cut this down to one. Cut this down to one, and I put a layer of darkness in there. And I guess my reasoning was like I have searchable targets, which is that this he's a searchable target, which I added him in there, and Odd Eye is a searchable target. I didn't want to play three Odd Eyes, sort of chance of like against dead drawing. Say if I draw this and that, could use this, discard like tuner or something, and then search that, and then or if I draw this and that, I could just search terraform and search for Sky Arc, and then Sky Arc search for Odd Eyes, and just banish the Odd Eyes, and then draw two fresh cards. So I guess it was kind of my pseudo draw engine I was testing out. It seems to be working okay for the moment. If anything, worst case scenario, I guess I might drop this down to one and like put in an extra backer or something, or extra monster, maybe put this back in. I haven't decided yet. But see you guys in a little bit, and there's some duels.
Okay. Beats.
Nope. Nope. So there you have it. This is my modified version of Magic Spectre Magician Speedroids. And obviously, I don't think it'd be right for me to create my own deck that I've built. So it's up to you guys to create my deck. Tell me in the comments whether did I pass, fail, like an F, C, B. Tell me what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Ken Ray, representing Yugi.Dek, signing out.